Welcome back. For those of you who stuck around, I hope you enjoyed the profile of Henry G. There are more profiles to come. In the break, I made a quick video just explaining the shadow situation with the example from train. So I put two models on the train, which is just below the ramp. And if you're up top on the wooden platform, if your settings are on low, not even very low, you won't see any shadows. If they're on medium, you'll see the proper shadow of the close guy, but not even the full shadow of the other guy. It's kind of like faded out. And then high, you see his full shadow, and very high, if there were further people further away, you'd see more shadows.
To learn, James. I like to learn. Thank
So
you.
yeah, like a physical example is always good for people to understand what they're missing out on.
Visualization, I see it.
Exactly. If you see that, you can just run down, AK the guy, and then go, take the site for your team. You can make that entry, baby. Anyway, we have some more matches coming your way. Astralis versus LDLC, starting off on Dust2. The final two matches from Astralis, yet to drop a map. Can they do it, Dan?
This would be the one to drop, isn't it? Right at the end, just tarnish that perfect record. That said, with the general quality of Astralis and the way that they got to this position, their consistency is amazing. They have incredible individuals. Tactically as well, they are the best in the world. I mean, they're pretty much the best in the world in almost every single category, except maybe individual excellence, which maybe you could look to a FaZe, but FaZe are missing a lot of the pieces that really make Astralis special. So I just don't see an upset happening here. I just feel like Astralis' quality is too high, especially considering the maps. I don't see LDLC catching them off guard somehow. I don't think that is going to be a thing.
I mean, on paper, no. Yeah, I mean, I can't see it either. But again, you want to get that 6 or the 18-0, and LDLC wants to kind of prove themselves. So this would be the time to do it, I guess. There's been weirder upsets in the past, and as you said, Astralis is literally the best in almost every category, except for the individual skill, which is kind of overshadowed because they have such good teamwork.
Yes,
they're always doing so well. So it's kind of like they actually are really pretty good. It's just not on paper and stat-wise it is.
LDLC, I believe, have played 6 games so far. They've played 1/3 of their matches. So even if they were to take 2 Ls here, there's still plenty of time to catch up, and it wouldn't hurt them so bad as long as they can be more successful. Losing games to the best team in the world, they'd be on the same keeping as everybody else. LC Nano YouTube, I'm guessing, has won 250,000 FACEIT points. So again, that's what happens when your FACEIT account is linked to your YouTube account. So make sure you do that in your FACEIT settings. You can go to, I want to say it's called connections in your FACEIT settings, and you can link those up, and then boom, you just get all kinds of points.
You still can get some skins,
yeah,
or whatever else.
Yeah, or donate to hubs, as we mentioned.
Or you can
before.
change your name about 100 times.
Yeah, people ask me, please, James, help me change my name. I don't have any admin abilities of any kind on FACEIT. I can't do anything.
Oh my god, the amount of messages I got my Steam profile is like, I need help, or I need help with this, or like this, that, and the other. It's like I don't just.
It's not technical support, bro. We work in broadcasting for one thing. So helping you with some obscure problem is not really.
We've got people for that.
Yeah, we'd love to help, but we can't.
Devil Dudek.
James, you're still saying Devo Dudek,
yeah,
which I find amusing. So
I'm not even dyslexic.
It happens sometimes. It happens.
I'm kind of like selective dyslexia, maybe.
Interesting. Well, the pop flash into mid there for Astralis, going for what one could presume to be a B splits, but they've only got one man in the dark position so far. But here comes the rush, straight through the door, straight through the window. Amanek is able to get one, but 4 versus 3 now after plant situation. That's not fun for LDLC. Oh dear. Hello? Hello?
Such patient shots from Glaive with the P250, leaving Alex alone. The expat. Oh. Nice one shot from him. Mr. McMeekin. 1v3. None v3.
McMeekin.
I've never noticed the detail on the B, inside the B bomb site, the actual big sign that says B has a Ministry of Antiques little logo below it.
Oh. I've never seen that.
Yeah, you definitely can't see it from that angle. To the right. Well, there's that one as well. Yeah, it's even bigger, but that.
Oh my goodness!
It's nice little detail.
It's weird that I've never noticed that.
I've never seen that.
Yeah,
I've never noticed
it's crazy, isn't it? Like there's so much detail. You look around the map, like every wall, all the wear and just the detail. If you look at all the lineups of grenades and things and all the reference points, yeah, it's all important to have. So it's nice to appreciate it.
I wonder if they add that in as people figure out new smokes and nades, that they add it in patches and don't tell anyone. Because I swear on cash, I swear to you on cash, that smoke in the sun room, you know, there was a black dot that I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, FM Pwn for sure. I know, like, if you look at outside of outside of main, for example, there was some lineups, a lot of grenades. When he redid cache, gave it a makeover, those walls are pretty plain, but I said to him, like, but on the old cache, it was easier to line up things because you had reference points and stuff. So he put like more grain and wear on it, so people had more reference points. So yeah, he definitely does that.
Yeah, it's a really nice sort of way to make things a bit more intuitive. It reminds me a bit, actually, in Quake, in the old days, one of the most important things to know was all the spawns on a map, like where someone would respawn on the map. And as the years went by, developers suddenly realized we should just make a little image there so that people just they don't have to memorize that, they can just see it, and so it's just easier. Because otherwise, there's just no point. It's just needlessly difficult to learn that otherwise. So I like that.
The little things.
Yeah. Well, we'll have... Ooh, hello. That's a beautiful shot from Amanek, and that's going to get a nice advantage for an otherwise disadvantageous round, perhaps, for LDLC. And Astralis, what do they don't really have too much going on at the moment. They still need to develop some map control. They could just run out mid, try to get that pick, but you can see they've been spotted now, so it's not really the best option. They've got Alex wandering down to CT spawn, and Alex has been really impressive so far to me. Individually, he's been quite a monster.
Amanek, because he got another tag in him. Oh, he's turned into a bait, actually. That smoke will come too late for Dupree. 3 players remain for Astralis. Logan with a nice shot, leaving Glaive and Zefex. Will there be AKs to be collected? Alex trying to get something done. So there'll be at least 1 kill for Astralis. Amanek still a problem with the scout, but it's being taken care of now, and maybe they can turn this around. The bomb's starting to stream in. There is a lot of time on the clock here for Astralis. That's a big frag for Glaive. Now they've got control of the B bomb site, avoiding the flashbang. All of a sudden, it's down to a 2 versus 2. They wait for the players going through the window, but Glaive runs out of bullets. He can't get the reload in time. Could have been more there for Astralis, but LDLC will survive, and I think it is a question of survival towards the end of that round, as good as it looked for them at the beginning.
And Astralis had some UMPs there, as and so on, and they really damaged the economy of LDLC. So they've set themselves up maybe for a pretty hard reset onto LDLC if they are fortunate in this one.
Dupree with the Device with the scout. Glaive, how brave is he feeling? Flashbang didn't go all the way through the door. Old Dust2, you would more commonly see somebody higher up in mid, flashing for the guy picking through the door. Don't see it so much at the moment.
Always had a problem with those middle double doors. It's always such a weird, because 1.6 is like a really small opening to hit that off shot. And Source and this, it's like the entire door, entire T-spawn archway. It gives Keys a huge advantage in taking those shots. If the CTs don't smoke or nade to jump across the middle, they're going to get tagged literally almost every single time. It brings a weird element. I don't think there's any other map that's like that, where you have to do something in order to even get to the other bomb site.
Yeah, that's one of the beautiful things about it, isn't it? It's quite unique in that way, and that's something also that I really want Valve to hire, like the best, 5 mappers from Mapcore, give them like a good salary, and just pump out like 2 brand new competitive maps, because there's so many cool ideas that could impact gameplay in a new and innovative and fun way to keep things fresh. Because as you say, like that, Nuke is and Overpass, like all these maps have unique features about the gameplay because of the design. But as we have the push coming in, it's a question of how much LDLC can keep alive here, and they are going to keep everybody alive. Beautiful play from them. They read it. Astralis cannot get a single kill on the board. LDLC have too much time to set up, and now it's full eco territory for Astralis.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. Not one Astralis getting a kill. Must be really rare. It feels like every time you play Astralis, every round is just full of heat. It's never easy against a team like this.
I think one good thing for LDLC in most of their matchups in this league is the unfamiliarity factor. which they have, which it can catch players off guard, or teams rather.
Yeah.
Maybe both. Almanac moving away from that mid position. The scout prevalent in these early rounds of Dust2. Not much invested by Astralis in this one. Now they're really going to need that Desert Eagle on device to be the can opener for them. LDLC using the less obvious angles. Ideally you want that smoke grenade to bounce off of the little box, which will generally keep it in a good position. Never do Vec, see Dan, Vec.
Never do deck.
See how long it lasts.
I was gonna try to throw you off.
How about you say his last name? Tell me what that is.
He's in a flanking position. Look at these players flying, and there is device. Again, you've got that running player taking the distraction away, taking the crosshairs away, and then it leaves device to open up the frags with the Desert Eagle. So sometimes your job is to die. That's a great example.
It's actually looking like this round is going to be the one that Astralis wins. At this rate, they picked up one rifle on Magisk as the retake comes in here with the AK. Looking pretty savage so far from Logan.
Ooh.
Beautifully clean and crisp with that AK. The shadow spotted all over the place there for Glaive. Makes it fairly easy with the CZ, but running out of bullets. Very difficult shots. Almost gets the kill on Devaduvek, but eventually, he will go down. And but they've done great damage. 3 kills, a bomb plant. That is an excellent result considering that LDLC didn't really have. I mean, that was the round where they could have made their most money.
Yeah, but Astralis, being Astralis, making it very expensive. Now LDLC have to buy 3 guns, making 3 of their players pretty low on money. That's why you never just throw away your eco rounds. Make it difficult. Waste money. Ooh, haven't seen this in a while.
Short may be compromised. They don't know now, LDLC. Due to the alternate angles they're taking, maybe playing to the habits of Astralis. Ooh, if he was scoped in already, maybe gets a kill, but he doesn't. He isn't, he doesn't. Astralis will fall back. Now there's an issue for LDLC. Alex moving to the mid position just in case, which weakens the A hold. Now they've got to give up long.
So much pressure, that CT smoke. Well, as I say that, the defense is looking good here for LDLC. They'll both peek from mid and from B, and they'll just get every single 1v1 in the bag. Zipex will open a path with the bomb towards the A site. Maybe with that frag, it can be salvaged as Device tries to occupy time and space and make it look like more of a B play, when in reality, that's all it's doing is buying time for Zipex in the 1 versus 1 against Alex. He's got the AWP close range. Zipex has no idea. There comes the spot, and with the pistol, he gets it done. And Device, I don't think he can make it there in time.
Yeah, at this point, he might as well save it. Very unlikely that he'll win the round, getting even in position, because he's so far away. Wait, oh, you took off the win soccer ball.
Yes, the holiday settings have been disabled. Thank you all the people who tweeted and was like, well, actually, you could actually just disable that, and now it has been done. Marvelous.
There we go. Now we know. Never again.
Never again. No more bloody pumpkins.
Do you remember the Halloween update? This was a really old one, like 2015 or something, 2016, where they had the masks. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, on the models, on the players.
Yeah, on the player models for T and CT, they were just wearing masks, which was awesome because it made headshotting some models like much easier because it just stood out so much.
4-2-2. Well then, we've got LDLC on the buy once again. Astralis playing catch up. Does he see anything? Oh, it's a teammate. What am I talking about? I did sleep yesterday. Device. I had a footstep, but who was it from? I have no idea. Oh, how? Crikey, I guess the close box was the separator, so Twanu had a slight advantage being further away. Looks pretty crazy from the other perspective, though. 2 pistols and a scout remain. AWP has been lost. I like the idea of the play, though, but again, the wrong angle, but credit to Twanu for even looking there. I guess they heard something. With CT's already in the crossfire. Now the retake will continue.
This is a difficult one, isn't it? They don't have any nades, no armor, and they will be finished off. LDLC have been really confident in the 1v1s. That's actually been the separating factor. Some of these rounds that Astralis have built so far, let's say the round where they got the pick on mid on Twanu, and then smoked it, had loads of time to play that round out, and LDLC get back into it just by winning every 1v1 and taking 1v1s. And that's not normally a reliable approach against Astralis. So this looks much more one-sided than it probably would normally look.
Second AWP was collected. Left on the floor as bait to take down, I think Glaive was the last man, doing his best to pick it up. Well, there is a take of long. Almost the entire team is here, spraying through the smoke. Debadubek taken out, Alex taken out. 3 versus 5, a minute 37 on the clock. That is a disastrous start to this round for LDLC.
Yeah, a little lackluster long take right there. Their idea of retaking long may seem good as an idea, but the execution was lacking. Not enough flashbangs to really just to snuff out the Glaive and Magic's party over there and Zipnik's. This thing, if you take long, you gotta start chucking flashes. You gotta do the double pop flash. They dodge the first one. Hopefully they don't dodge the second.
Now it's very hard to get back into this one, but if Astralis is going to feed the AWPs 1v1s, that is one of the very few ways in which LDLC can get back into this round. Twenty very good on the AWP. Amanek gets a catch as well. There's a gap in the smoke and he'll have device for breakfast. And again, more 1v1s for the AWPs. Eventually a trade is set up, and Twenty can still find a way to win this round, especially if he catches them crossing the doors. If he gets that frag on the bomber, that is a massive issue. Because time. Oh my god, it's so close.
Bad timing. Have been a game changer.
That would be so nuts, because how would Zipex get to the bomb? He wouldn't be able to cross through mid.
I think at that point he'd probably go for the kill.
Yeah, I think he'd have to, right? Because it would take too much time to run around.
And 21 doesn't know. He's probably assuming he's in B with his teammate instead of lurking in the middle, trying to get that flank.
I'm really curious how much. There must be a distance that certain sounds travel, which is a setting in the game, right? So like 20 when he was leaving long, knifed the wall. And I feel like knifing the wall gives a louder sound away than the actual running in that position. And looking at on the map, Dupree was in, I think it was Dupree was in mid the whole time. I feel like sometimes you might concede your position by doing that unnecessarily. So I do wonder if I'll ever see someone get fragged because of knifing the wall, but I am curious to find out. Sometimes if I email the devs and ask them an obscure question like that, they will give me an answer back. So perhaps I'll send someone an email.
Here goes Magisk, looking for the long take, looking to play the side of the smoke. He's going to find one, and this could be the weakness that Astralis could exploit. If LDLC don't know how to properly hold on to long and how to retake long properly, Astralis can just keep going long at the start of every round, and then creating a situation where LDLC have to rotate back towards Catwalk, and then Astralis have an advantage in that sense. And here comes a very fast flank as well. Logan is already in T-spawn.
Wow.
Okay. Trying to get map control because it seemed like Astralis. No. Yes, he's just appears no fear.
The problem is, with a long take, eventually, you know they're going to go back towards short or something in most cases. So does he go towards the barrels to his right on the radar and just hold an off angle? And then does he let a guy go past on short? Well, maybe none of that will happen because Twanu continues to eliminate these players. Although starting to get close, Alex has been baiting the entire time, but Dupree will trade. And now that flank is coming in. And there is a player on the short position as well. Armanek with an AWP. That's a massive headshot from him. And they'll never know that the flank even existed.
LDLC, they're hitting some shots. Like Toynu and that long just blowing the head off the device. That's not an easy shot to do, especially when the Opera's double scoped on you. LDLC coming to play. They are not scared. That looked like a double. Wow. That's pretty impressive. And by watching LDLC, I like their idea on CT side. I saw earlier where even though it was a 5-on-3 situation for LDLC, they still gave up the A-bomb site and took long. And I think Dust2 is one of those maps where you have to know how to play retake. You can't just play spots in A, like play on catwalk or play on the rail. You have to kind of change it up all the time by maybe taking long, taking cat, falling through spawn, maybe retaking middle. A lot of those, I guess, group retakes is very strong on a CT-sided or on CT side of Dust2. You just have to do it together. Be comfortable doing it.
Astralis have to use a couple pistols in this round because their money sucks.
When you lose by elimination and a bomb hasn't been planted, does the camera go to the bomb when the last person dies? I think so. I want to say like sometimes it does. I think, or maybe it just stays with the person who last got fragged. I can't even remember if you can move around.
I think it stays with the person. If there's no bomb plant, I think it stays with the person.
Because I'm wondering if at all they may have seen the flank on long at the end, and if that's part of why they had went 3B, or if it was just coincidence. In that round, I'm curious. And here is the flank once again from Logan. Itchy feet. Not something I've ever experienced.
Don't got that one guy.
Trench foot.
Ooh, Alex in the smoke now, but Dupree's gone back to hold a short position. How many frags is he good for? There's Devise, there's a second one, but there's two more in that position. Logan with a very important kill of Dupree lurking in mid. Now the retake might just be doable.
Right, 2v2 after plant. This is, you got Zipex and you got Glaive. Two of maybe the best clutches. I think everyone in Astralis, they're all amazing at clutching, but I think Glaive and Zipex are particularly.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Hopefully,
oh my god.
hopefully it's a Go TV issue, and not something that's happening on the server.
Oh no.
Oh, is it a network issue?
Hit the button, guys.
Well, we're going to find out what the problem is. It's probably on our side though, so fingers crossed it gets sorted.
The lights are flickering.
The lights are just blinking.
Uh-oh.
What is going on?
A surge.
Is there like a power issue, maybe?
We have to check the news. What's happening in Los Angeles? I don't know.
Well, we'll figure out whatever the hell is going on shortly. There's a weird map command which I need to investigate, because right now we can't draw on the maps like we used to be able to. And I emailed 3 different people at Valve in one email, and I said, like, please let us draw the maps. Also, I said, can you add a feature where, let's say we're on the same team, and we have a timeout. Let's say I'm the in-game leader or whoever. If I can bring up the map and draw on the map and it comes up on everyone else's screen, I feel like that would be a really cool feature.
That'd be awesome. I like that little coach feature in the game.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be awesome. They didn't reply though.
How long ago was it?
Last week, sometime. So they don't always reply.
Yeah.
But they do. I know they do read my emails, so that's fine.
When James last brought that up, I had the another simple idea. Like in Dota 2, they have. I don't know if you ever played it,
I played Dota 2.
But they have like for newer players, they have like build orders that you can follow.
Yes,
I feel like
guides.
you could do that with CS as well. Like you could have at the freeze time, it would just show you the map, and it would just assign players to different positions, and you could just have setups. Like you could have a caller who could just pick certain setups, and people could just go to those spots. And then they could like read into those spots. Maybe there's like a link behind which explains the positions or videos of pros doing it.
Like
if you want to follow up on
I
it,
like that.
could be another simple thing. With the mini map, the map is the key. It's the key to get everyone thinking about what's going on.
If you type find map in console, I don't know. Can we get console open and get the game screen up? Is that possible, or is he busy doing stuff?
Looks like they're putting out fires.
If he's busy, it's fine. But basically, if you type find map, there is some kind of command which, if you type find map, if you scroll up to the M's, there is somewhere around there, if you look at the descriptions on the right-hand side, there is one which gives...
I hope you're on 1080p right now.
Yeah. yeah, there is one which will apparently let you draws the overview map. Let's see.
Map edit? Is it map edit?
No, it lets you draw on the map overview, but it's in the description somewhere. Oh, we were disconnected? Oh, okay. You could have told us that. We were just thinking we were talking to the audience.
What's going on?
Okay, we had an internet drop, so we will be reconnecting shortly. Okay, so no one knows anything we're talking about. Basically, we're looking for some command, but we'll have to do it later. Master Guardian.
We'll get to the
bloody
bottom of
hell.
this. We'll get to the bottom of
Is
this.
that number 2 or number 1?
On the overlay, it says time till explode. That should really be time till detonation. I think.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one they
doesn't
don't. That's the one they don't use. That comes up when things go wrong. So if you are just rejoining us, there was a blip in the internet over here. Not sure what happened, but people will check it out, find out what happened. So maybe the game is paused. I don't know, but we will
Probably
hopefully
not.
be reconnecting to it. So I was Okay, then the game's not paused. They're letting that continue. We'll reconnect shortly. So I was giving all kinds of useful info, but of course none of you heard it. But never mind.
Oh no.
It is
like
9-3 to
won.
LDLC.
Looks like they won that 2 versus 2.
They being
LDLC. They won a
Yeah.
2v2 after playing against Astralis. Astralis looks to be in a really good spot with Glavens and Pix last alive, but now they have been crushed on the economy. And once again, I mean, this map, it makes a lot of sense that LDLC would be good on this map just because they have great individuals, but for them to have such a strong CT side against Astralis is pretty scary. This honestly is set up for Astralis to take their first map loss, honestly.
Well, I mean, you could say that, but LDLC is actually playing this so well. I mean, as you said, this map kind of mirrors LDLC, the aim-wise, but their teamwork is also playing really well, too. They know when to rotate, they're falling back together, they're peeking together. It's like, Astralis is not playing bad. LDLC is playing really, really good CS right now, and it's exciting to see that team that pretty much, you know, of not unknown players, but people who aren't, like, you know, up in the high-tier scene are doing really well against a team like Astralis.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty scary because, I mean, you want to protect that clean record, like you really do. Connect with the backstab. Now it's just a question of finishing them off. Logan will have both Device and Magisk, and that will be 10-3. Astralis needs some rounds, they need some security going into that second half, and if they don't get 5, honestly, it starts to get very scary. Because if you lose the pistol on the CT side of Dust2, it's like one of the most unforgiving maps, because like you said before, the Bears, just that situation with not having AWPs, and oh dear. It's happened again.
I just saw the lights just twitched. Okay.
Oh.
Well, we're not live, right? Okay, we're still recording. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Just gonna take my clothes off. All right, can we go back to the console? Can we go back to the console?
Here we go.
Thing.
Let's look at this.
If you're busy doing other stuff, then it's fine. Like, I'll just check on my computer afterwards. We're back live again?
Yeah, it's quick.
Okay. It must be... I can only imagine it's the builders upstairs.
Maybe.
That's really weird. So, are we on the internet again? Okay. Okay, so I can't take my clothes off then.
You can. I mean, who
I
here
suppose
is gonna judge you?
I
Not
can.
me.
This is California, James.
I'm not going to judge you.
We're in the land of the free.
Dan's
What's
not
I
going
gonna-
to judge you.
Yeah, so basically, for those of you who are watching the... I mean, they can... No, they can't scrub back, but... I guess we'll upload a complete VOD or something. Anyway, something's going on with the power in the building, because the lights are flickering. And when the lights are flickering, it's only for the briefest time, but we can see that the power is going
It's a
up.
disturbance in the force.
Yeah, we need that UPS, uninterruptible power supply. Alarms have been triggered.
I hear
God
that.
knows what's going on.
Is there alarms going off?
Yeah.
Is that a fire alarm?
I don't hear any alarms.
That's a fire alarm sound. I
Oh,
don't know
is
if that's
it?
like a building next door, but that's a
It
fire
doesn't
alarm
sound
sound.
it doesn't sound so close.
Yeah, it might be next door.
Yeah, that's a strange one.
I think my hearing sucks. I can't hear any fire alarms.
Really?
I can hear it clear.
You can't hear
It's in my ear.
you can't hear that? I can even hear it. I know, but he can't hear it. What's wrong with you?
What's
I
wrong
literally
with
can't hear
you?
anything.
Even with my headset on, I can hear it. That's really bizarre.
What's wrong with you? You okay?
You can't hear that? Really?
There you go.
Yeah, no.
Dan with a selective hearing. Yeah, I can definitely hear that, guys. Yeah,
Maybe
it's so loud. We
Right.
should play some tricks on Dan now with that.
So what situation are we even in right now? We've got the game playing, we've got the builders messing up our power. James, I think you should go up there.
I'm kind
Slap
of
some
busy.
asses.
should lay the law down. Talk them in your accent. But then be like, well, this guy's serious. He's a British accent.
They said not the British guy.
He means business.
He came from the airport.
Yeah, LDLC playing on their minds. They're playing really good. I think well, they look like they could be an up-and-coming team. And as I think you were talking about earlier about how these players not on one of the top French teams. Maybe this is a top French team.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
they
the thing.
will be the top French
That's
team.
the
Who
thing.
knows?
All right, so again,
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's what we
Well,
come back to.
it's annoying that in a game that they might lose, we're having power cuts. There's something terrible is happening in this building. So for those of you who are just reconnecting to the service, I
Take
can
a
only
deep breath.
apologize. We've had at least 2 very, very brief power cuts, but they have interrupted the service here and for you guys at home. So sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but we will speak to the building manager and ask him to.
Would people still see this game even though our power is gone? Aren't we broadcasting this? Okay, yeah. Can still see it.
Well, yeah, because we're recording it locally, so VODs will be fine later on. Pistol round now. Astralis 3 for 12. Core blimey, son. Double nades towards the box. Magic gives you no man's land, so he'll avoid that. Shot through the smoke, and LDLC will move on to greener pastures.
I love the double HEs. It's really cool. And you can see the aggression towards mid. This is really important from Alex because he keeps the pressure on for that B play. So that's what Astralis is thinking. Okay, maybe it's still that B play. We've got to go investigate. And meanwhile, the attack onto A. But they've got to hit the shots, and they're just not hitting anything. The headshot angles for the USPs looking to be very good here. And that will be 5 players surviving for Astralis. The absolute must round win is secured now. So they're going to have an economy. They just have to not mess anything up for the next couple rounds, and they should be fine.
Yeah, LDLC is going to go for the save here. I mean, they have plenty of rounds to work with. You know, force bind, especially map like Dust2. Not, you know, unless you get like a bunch of scouts and hit your scouts, it's not really a great way to enter bomb sites. Just pistols. Agree though, you can push up the tunnels and then take some shots up middle. LDLC dropping like flies. Only one person left from LDLC, and all he wishes is just one kill. He just wants one. Give him one.
I think that LDLC wanted to burst mid as well because they had one flashbang, and I think that was it. So you're thinking, okay, just one flashbang, that pop flash, because most of them are going towards mid. That pop flash from top mid down to the double doors is quite strong. But Astralis, I like that they played it aggressive. Got Dupree and Dark early, had the pressure there with the scatter glaive. And now it's the AKs.
0 ops on the server. Even though Glaive only had a pistol, he had a chance to buy AWP, but Device decides to keep the scout over that. And again, Dupree finding information, trying to push that lower tunnels. Gives Astralis a lot of map control at this point.
Oh, that's bad. That's very bad.
It's a rare miss.
Yes. That was a really big opportunity for Astralis. They go on a limb, out on a limb, trying to make that aggressive play work. It should have worked. And now they're down 3 against 5. Do they just save?
They're going to lose.
They are going to lose this game, aren't they? Oh, no. LDLC. They're just on point. Every single player individually, it's just on point. They've just got some great Dust2 basics.
Yep.
And, I mean, look at Alex go. He's 20 for 10. He's loving life.
One thing I also noticed about LDLC is that they don't have that fear. You know, you're playing against Astralis. In the back of your mind, you're kind of a little nervous. You're like, wow, best team in the world. Maybe a little hesitation, a little here and there in your play. LDLC has 0 hesitation. They peek. They know when to peek. They peek at the right time. Very, very solid. It's like they don't have feelings.
Cyborgs. Now the rush onto short. Will it work? There's no flash for Dupree. Oh my god, they're doing a lot of damage there through the wall, but he's still getting the kills, Dupree. Oh, they're lining up for him, and he won't get the double there, but he's done enough damage, surely, for his team to win this round.
Magic would love to pick up a weapon. Does he go for the plant behind the smoke, not in the smoke? Lineup is similar though, if somebody was to try to snipe him, but the AWP is far away. No HE to send it back to Zipex on long, for example. Glaive with 1 kill. Alex has 3 targets to find. Spots one of them. Where is the third player, though? Does he go to the baskets to the right-hand side? Ooh, hello, Glaive. Goodbye, Glaive. There is a grenade coming in. The flashbang goes behind his head. Got another 1 versus 1, but again, Magic just with a 5-7 cannon. Zipex close the distance. In the meantime, he can. More 1v1s for Alex, though. 70 HP for him. Zipex rings the bell. Is there time for the defuse? It's going to be a close one,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, it's so close.
Oh, my God. I don't think he's got it.
Oh no, that's so sad for Astralis. They were so very close. The 3 versus 1. You've got to give it to Alex, though. He played it perfectly. He realized the movement of Magisk as well was just a clear, just buying time. I'm not going to engage you. I just want to waste as much time for the flank to come in. And you expect Alex to hit the shot. That doesn't do it, but he makes it take so long for Astralis that he basically clutches it out in the 1v3. Amazing.
That was so smart by him. The peek, that long, finding information. You know they're going to call it, and then he pushes up towards Category. It's so nice.
Last play to be here, 20 with the first headshot. They will take down B by 4. So this should be the 15th round if they can secure it. And now Astralis has some very difficult decisions to make. They can't really go for this. They have the open device. If they were to lose this, they got nothing in the next round. They'll get $2,400 for a loss bonus, but they have nothing. They're all going to have around less than $3,000, so they have to save here. What a horrible situation.
16-0. 16-1 looking very likely. But let's not just focus on Astralis maybe losing a map here. Again, LDLC only played 6 games, so they can entirely make their way up to the table to land. And if they are putting on performances like this versus Astralis, then maybe this is a warning to the other teams that they have to play before their run is finished. Device holding on to the AWP.
They just lost. They couldn't afford to lose anyone. They don't have any money. Look how little money they have. They just lost everyone trying to catch exits. They couldn't even do that. If there was a way back in this game, it just sort of got so much harder. And as you say, James, this is a win that no other team has gotten as well. So that's pretty nuts if they can close it.
5 rounds?
If they can close it, you know, it's Astralis if they can close it.
I don't think there has been a team that's beaten Astralis this bad this year. I don't think even this bad. It's crazy.
Oh, just before Device could pull the trigger on the feet, and oh my god, it's all falling apart.
It's happening.
There we go, guys. Perfect season. Thrown away.
It's not over yet. 2 versus 3.
Scout to an AK. Dupree is on the B bomb site, so we can't even pick up a better weapon on a rotation because he's already in the right spot. No, that'd be the wrong spot. Zipex versus Free, the clutch minister. Is this too much to ask? Starts to make his way over, picks up a kit on his travels. Now they know where he is. Now it truly is a 3 versus 1. 16 bullets in the magazine. Flash. No. There it is. And there is the second one. Back to the door. One player's blind at the very least. Armanek dead. Oh, they're lining up into the 1v1. He's down to the ZZ. Is he really going to save this round? Twanu on low round. Zipex. Clutch minister. God, let's go.
How has he done
What?
that? That is absolutely ridiculous.
He could all hide and he won't be able to win the round. Just literally hide in a corner and he has to chase you down. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god, he played this so perfectly. And Twanu's not in a position to actually trade at all there as his teammates fighting big box. How Zipex found 3 1v1s there. He actually found 3 1v1s walking into the B-bomb site when they know where he is. I don't know how you do that. That's
I'm lost for words.
He only had half the bullets in the magazine, let's not forget. Oh boy.
surely this is not the beginning, because if it is, that would be so ridiculous. Can you imagine if they fight back from this point? That would be such an Astralis thing. But this repeatedly is happening though. LDLC are hitting every single shot.
Why is he out there with a smoke in his act?
The confidence, man. They just don't care.
That was a little much. Magic's hitting an easy shot. One of the easiest kills of the game so far. But look at this. LDLC is about to ramp up towards B. They decide against it after hearing those nades. Got two of the players falling back through spawn, keeping Duvek in that lower tunnel.
I think Glaive hears this from his position. Yes, he definitely does now.
Hear footsteps for sure.
Oh, he's playing it slow. There's the bomb. Doesn't see the player bottom mid, but he's still alive for now. Now, how much information does he have? I think they might realize that Armanek is the last man standing. 3 HP with 35 seconds. What is his job? You can see there's no money for the T side. Does he prioritize damage, or does he try to save what he has? He's disposing of the weaponry.
I was hoping he was going to do something like that.
He saw it hit the light. Surely he saw it.
Yeah, that definitely didn't go up there.
Definitely hit the lamp right in his face. There is an AK-2. There we go. Okay. 15 seconds. Means he will run to his doom one way or another.
Okay.
Extra
How does
damage.
he get that?
Okay.
How does he get that? 13 HP, 1 bullet and he's down. He's running as well. He just smoked that. The guy knows he's coming. How do you get that kill?
I'm scared to hold angles in this game. I feel like I die way more holding angles than I do if I peek people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't know, it's just how the game's built. It's just, holding angles is just so odd.
It is tough. It is tough. Well, LDLC now onto Glocks and Deagles. Well, a Glock, AP-50 and Deagles. To be precise, Astralis have taken back some control in this game. They actually have a proper buy for once. In go the tease towards short, but Astralis know what's going on. The spray comes in. This should be finished off very promptly, and there we go. 21 HP. Thank you, he's dead. So, another round for Astralis, but with the loss bonus, LDLC will have a buy here, and can Astralis do this?
Ooh,
I
one
just-
round
I
at a
just-
time. They got to take it one round at a time.
LDLC had a 3v1 after plan on B. Okay, you can't really have a more, I feel like, guaranteed match than that.
That was pretty guaranteed, but Astralis showing why they're one of the best teams in the world, even when everyone thought it was over. Zipniks believed.
Of course,
Zipniks believed.
of course it's him.
Of course it's it, out of
It's him,
everyone.
you know,
Ridiculous clutcher.
in that spot. That's
Absolute madness. And again, let's not forget these are important wins for LDLC. I do not. They've just been
What?
too strong on this map. There's no way.
They have all 4,500, and
Where's
they're not buying.
I mean,
I guess they're saying for AWPs. I understand that, but they have a 3-round loss bonus. Interesting. Okay.
I guess maybe they work out that if we do this, we'll have the ability to have an extra buy round somehow later on, maybe.
Yeah.
And they are in a spot where you just care about maximizing your buy rounds, as it's just one round you need to win, and you don't care about the other team's economy. So I guess it makes sense from that perspective. It's a bit surprising though.
Yeah.
But I can dig it.
There's a method to the madness.
2 smokes down, both on the low grounds. Trying to buy time. Dupree, not shy to suggest he's going through the smoke. At the very least, there's a bomb. A transfer attempt from Magis, but the trade will be there for Twanu. Bonus money to be had at the very least. There is a flanker as well. Logan with the Desert Eagle. Down he goes. No one hears it. Waiting for him to line up. Oh, there's 2. Almost a third. 20 with the AK now. It becomes doable once again. No grenades for him in the common spot, but there's no HGs either. Doesn't win a duel with Glaive. An expensive round. It was an eco round essentially for LDLC as well. But round number 9 in the bag for Astralis.
Great flank right there, almost giving his teammate or LDLC a chance to win that round. It moves like that could be very dangerous. It's very easy to flank and jump off catwalk in Dust2. Especially when you're trying to rotate quickly to the other bomb site. One guy can ruin that time. And with the double save, LDLC was able to afford AWPs, full utility, and a lot more change in the bank. Regardless, this is a double buy for them, even if they lose this round.
It's a very dangerous spot to be in as a CT. Astralis losing Zipex on long. Spraying through the smoke. Device holding on to short. Well, getting a frag there. Possession is still technically with LDLC of short and long. And now we see Astralis heading towards that short position because they can't let go of both. LDLC continuing slowly, top of mid. So in fact, Astralis will see that they have short secured for now. Logan will be left on his lonesome in the long position. And Dupree should have a strong angle. Will we see a flashbang? Sees no one on Xbox. Perhaps he heard somebody in this direction. A crouch peek from Twani will not be successful. And Glaive seeing a lot through the doors. Some nice bursting and spraying from him. And now it's just Logan remaining in the pit position. Seen just as the smoke goes down. 4-play survive for Astralis. And now the gap is closed to 5.
I think one of the big problems there for LDLC was we saw actually this kill here. Alex sort of just running out onto the site, trying to sort of hope that Device could get caught off guard, but there there were no grenades with that play. Would have been really nice to see at least like one flashbang, something to assist him there. And I hope that it's not Alex being sort of overconfident because he's had a really good game so far, but he slowed down a lot in recent rounds.
Yeah, Astralis put stop sign on LDLC. It's not going to be that easy.
Shadow. And a frag. Alex moving in to do what he can. Glaive alone towards long. Now what? Got a two-man setup on short for Astralis. Dupree in an aggressive position on B in the meantime, but he's not being picked by Armanex just yet. There's a flash for Alex. And there's no one in who can support Glaive in that long position. Device is rotating, presumably to throw a flash for his teammate if required. Again, that's a common requirement for a sniper on A, is to flash for the long players and the short players, depending on what you have. He's thrown his flash, nothing doing. But Alex is creeping up the long position. Easy frag with an off angle from Glaive, holding down a short position as well as Zipex. And moving back now, 5 versus 2. No answer to any of these frags. All of a sudden, Astralis are firmly in the driving seat.
They're going to do it, aren't they? It's definitely happening at this point. This is really funny. Well, so LDLC, it's just such a weird situation because the economy at this point doesn't really matter anymore. So it's kind of just meaningless to talk about it. It's LDLC just trying to get as many buy rounds as possible. This is probably another round where we'll see a full save potentially. They kind of did that before. Maybe we'll see a half buy. Obviously, the half buy doesn't really make as much sense. I guess you need to work out the math, which is why we have a timeout here. They're probably thinking, okay, do we full eco here? Does that give us an extra buy round? If we, if we get towards, going all 30 rounds, or can we afford to go for a half buy and maybe win that rounds and still have the same amount of full buys? I think that's what they're trying to figure out right now.
Yeah, I think on other maps the half buy is definitely more viable, but with Dust2, the range, the distance, the utility you need to even get to bomb sites or attempt it, I don't see half buys being as effective on T-side Dust2.
Yeah,
as in like a Mirage, or not Mirage, but like Inferno. It's a big one. A lot of close angles, a lot of those headshots. It looks like they are going to just do a little half buy, get some armor, maybe they get lucky. But LDLC, their tune has changed immensely from that 1-on-3 situation from Zipnex. It's like now they're just playing a lot more mistakes. Their timing and spacings are off. They're not exchanging kills. They're not straight up aim winning anymore. Just like that, though, the whole game just got turned upside down by Astralis.
Yeah, they look firmly in control, for sure. And now LDLC are looking to try to challenge towards this B position. Bomb is still top mid, though. And Magus, he's been not having the best of games. He's charged with anchoring that B-bomb site on the CT side here, and you just never know. When there's Deagles in play, scouts and so on, you just never know. Here come the peaks, he's spotted out now. There goes the HE.
Nice late HE. So much potential with it. Playing the headshot position by the barrels. Great support from his teammates. Great spray onto Alex. 4 players remain. LDLC still dangerous. Slightly less so now. Footsteps heard of Logan. Not a bad attempt, but no damage has been done to Astralis, who now will give up the long position and play the ranges as they know that it's a half buy. A Deagle for Devaduvek spots Glaive. Glaive will just reposition. Flashbang, easy frag, great team support, and there we go. 3 rounds now. It was a 12-3 half.
Uh-oh. Don't know how it goes this week. I mean, if Astralis does come back and win champions, that defines the champion heart right there. That's not easy to do. That is not easy.
It would be a great late match for them in the ECS run. And I don't think you can get that kind of storyline often enough to come back from adversity and keep the clean sheet, but we'll see if they can do it. At least 2 more buys to deal with versus LDLC. And sometimes it isn't the buy that wins the match. very active Astralis moving through the B area, and they need to move quickly because LDLC are doing the same. Contained by Molotov at the moment, but they are here in the numbers, Astralis. Same can be said for LDLC. Smokes on the site, and this is a complete change of pace. Alex has been taken out. It's a man advantage now for Astralis. LDLC has taken so much damage. More HEs flying to the site as well.
Fighting tooth and nail for this one, but Astralis looking poised here, still on the bomb site, still ready to challenge. Spray comes in, Glaive nails Deva Duvek, still more players to go here as Astralis. It's all blue in the kill tracker there as it goes 13 to 15, and LDLC still looking for the way into this win. And it was 15 to 5. They were 15 to 5 up, and on that 21st round, it was a 3v1 after plant in their favor. Here it is. This is the 3v1 after plant, 15 to 5. Zipex somehow gets 3 1v1s. And this is where the comeback starts.
That's a mental game of CSGO, momentum-based, mentally, you know that fired up Astralis. You know deep down there, just so excited to win that round and not lose out. That Astralis is going to be playing way above what they were doing earlier. LDLC is kind of like a little shook. They're a little shook because of it.
Yeah, quaking in their little booties.
CT side is hard.
Okay, so LDLC are banking on planting the bomb in this round. Alex on a Desert Eagle. If they plant the bomb, they'll get 4,200, so everyone can buy next round. They've probably left enough money in the hole, but they do need that plant. Worst case scenario, they need a bomb plant. The change of pace did not work. Astralis chose the right time to... Oh, so thinking about lurking. Look at this. Alex has made his way, and Dupree spotted him, though, just at the right time. Magic now around the smoke. He's in already. He's dead. And now we've got a second player rotating in again. Well, this is mostly a buy. It's a big frag from Alex. Surely not like this! Alex, what are you doing? It's a 5 versus 2.
Oh my god. They've got the bomb site. They've got the B bomb site. It's the hardest one to retake. They've got a little bit of utility remaining. There is some for Astralis as well, but they have 2 versus 5 here. It is Zipex and Glaive. Again, the 2 clutch masters, but surely they can't do this again.
They know there has to be a flank. There just has to be. But needs Master HE behind the box. Should get a kill. The Molotov, the flank, the trade, and it's Zipex again. 1 versus 3 again. The clutch minister. So far, so good. There's 2 more players remaining. He's through the smoke. The bomb is so far ticked, though. There's a flank behind the smoke. Deva Dudek. 20 just hiding. He's wasting so much time. The peppering. Where is the last player? The CZ is out. No. He's done it again, but is there time to defuse? They're so close. Zipex, he's doing it again. This can't be real. Oh my god, he's not got it! No!
Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
I am so
Are
done
you
with this
kidding
game.
me? What?
How does he do it again?
2 versus 5.
Can we call a timeout for them? I can't even breathe.
Oh my god, Zipex, you absolute beast.
He's an animal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You thought it was done, you thought it was over. Though all those frags, Twanu just hiding, just showing a little bit of booty. It's Kim K. It was too wide.
Oh my god, and just the fast push in, can they end it here with the aggression onto the B-bomb site? They are taking heavy damage into that B-bomb site. It's looking really bad at this point here for LDLC. Overtime looks like it could be very well on the cards at this point. Amanek with the bomb plant, 3 versus 4 here for LDLC. They can still do this. It's still a pretty strong situation for them, but Astralis have to be so hot off the back of that clutch.
That's a massive headshot from Device. 4 versus 2 in favor of Astralis. A new smoke down on the door. Twanu, he catches Device with a grenade in his hand. I think you might know that Zipex is there as well. If they can kill Zipex, then maybe, just maybe, they can win the bloody match. By the window now, Dupree being very, very careful. HE, 2 big frags. It's down to Glaive this time. Waiting patiently by the door. They've come so close, but no!
Oh my god.
The last round after the most ridiculous pair of clutches I maybe have ever seen from Zipex.
I can't believe it. I just cannot believe this game. What the hell did we just see? And you think that the story, it just only makes sense at this point that LDLC will lose at the end, but right on the very last round, they secure it. I can't believe it.
Wow, that was one of the most insane comebacks in fashion that I think I've ever seen. That's insane. Like, what the heck?
I'm still recovering just from those clutches. Never mind what Alex did in the first place with the Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
You could barely put him in a worse spot with less weaponry. 2 versus 5. Zipex. That's why they call him the clutch minister. This is just the first of 2. Oh my god. What a fantastic second half of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, what a beautiful game. A really beautiful game. Both teams playing lights out. You see from LDLCs, you get a great glimpse into what they're capable of and why they are so strong and why they've been causing so much trouble. And you also get to see that classic Astralis. The Astralis that can grind out the rounds no matter what the situation is.
2 on 5. Oh my goodness.
These guys, you just can't put them down. You just can't put Astralis down. They'll just come back and get you.
That's absolutely crazy, man. Credit to LDLC, though. They had a great first half, and they had the temerity to take it over the line. Once again, apologies. There were some power fluctuations here in the building, so the internet went down twice during that match, but thank God it was smooth for the end. Glaive with 29 frags leading the charge, but LDLC get a massive W on the board, and that's just the first of 2 matches between these 2 teams. We are going to move on to Overpass. That is the next map. I need to time out. I think these guys do as well. We will see you back here in just a few minutes.